The rematch is happening. Oleksandr Usyk versus Anthony Joshua for Usyk's WBA, IBF, and WBO heavyweight titles is set to take place in Saudi Arabia this August. And the champ is as focused as ever to get another win over AJ. For Joshua, this is another chance at regaining the unified titles. AJ went through a similar ordeal in 2019 with Andy Ruiz, when he lost and then regained the titles in the immediate rematch. With Usyk, the Big Brit holds no animosity toward his new conqueror for the sound beating he was handed in their last encounter.
Credit where credit's due. I'm not a hater. You know, I respect people and their craft. I respect him in his craft and what he's achieved. So that only should motivate me to want to get better, right? So if I'm around someone that's better than me on the night or better than me in certain aspects, I have to motivate myself and push myself to be better than them. If you know me and a lot of my story, you can know I'm the comeback king. You can put me down, but it's difficult to keep me down.
The two were originally scheduled to throw down in July until Russia's war on Usyk's Ukraine put the bout in serious jeopardy. The champ flew home and joined a territorial defense battalion, but now his nation has decided he can do more good as a boxer than a soldier.
In Ukraine, on the front line, they support me. Not just there, but everywhere in Ukraine. Especially because the soldiers are sending me video messages of support. When I was in Ukraine, I used to visit those people the most, especially the people in the hospitals, the wounded soldiers. I used to hear things like, "Olex, please make the decision to go and fight and train, to prepare the best that you can, and to make your country proud for the whole world. Do the job."
For Joshua, a possible meeting with fellow Briton Tyson Fury for the undisputed heavyweight title and a king's ransom in gold is extra motivation. That's despite Fury's current retired status.
Yeah, 100%, it has to be. If I sat here and I told you it's not, I'll be lying to you, myself, and the world. I think for the fans, it's a must-win fight, this one, because the man's retired, but who knows?
On this front, AJ is in luck. Fury has just come out about another potential retirement U-turn, except it won't come cheap.
And what I would say is, to these people who want this fight to happen, is you better have a big checkbook. Because to bring the big GK out of retirement for active battle duty to redeem this country yet again, it's gonna cost.
Usyk versus Joshua for 3 of the 4 major heavyweight belts is set to go down in the coastal city of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, this August 20. And with the unified titles comes a possible showdown with Tyson Fury for all the marbles at heavyweights. Staying with the heavyweights, Andy Ruiz is set for his first fight in 15 months, and it's not going to be easy. The former unified champion has signed on to face the 2-time title challenger Luis Ortiz this September. Ruiz became the first heavyweight champion of Mexican descent when he stepped in on late notice to face and finish Anthony Joshua via a TKO in the 7th round in 2019. 6 months later, Ruiz lost the titles in their rematch after weighing in almost 20 pounds heavier than in their first fight. Meanwhile, the longtime boogeyman of the division, Luis Ortiz, has fought twice for the WBC title, losing both times to the former champ, Deontay Wilder. Ruiz versus Ortiz is reportedly set to go down in Los Angeles this September 4th, with the winner staring down the barrel of another shot at a heavyweight title. To the light heavyweights, Artur Beterbiev crushed Joe Smith Jr. to unify 3 of the 4 major belts in a bout that was barely competitive. It should set up a clash for the undisputed title, but this is boxing. Before the bout, the battle between Beterbiev and Smith was supposed to be an evenly matched contest. The winner would be set for one of the biggest fights in boxing, and the pressure was on. Although, you couldn't tell from Beterbiev's demeanor.
Hello, everyone. It's like, you know, it's just important. Yeah, I can say like one word I use. It's important, very important. Like I do everyday training for that, you know, to be one day good boxer.
If there was one thing that separated the two, it was age. The WBO champ Smith was a heavy-hitting 32-year-old on the rise. Beterbiev was the IBF and WBC champ with a 17-0 record, all by knockout or TKO, but he was 37.
Talk about me? I'm 37, yeah?
Yeah. I hope.
Why you remind me?
Why you remind me?
37 or not, Beterbiev was simply better. The Russian scored 3 knockdowns in just 2 rounds before the referee stepped in to save Smith from a further beating. Ideally, the next bout is Beterbiev versus the WBA champ Dmitry Bivol to determine an undisputed light heavyweight champion. Bivol was last seen teaching Canelo Alvarez a lesson in shot selection. And with Alvarez waiving his rematch clause to face Gennady Golovkin for a 3rd time, Bivol is without a dance partner. Instead, Beterbiev is scheduled to face his WBO mandatory challenger, England's Anthony Yarde. That bout is likely to take place this October, so an undisputed light heavyweight champion may not happen until 2023 at the earliest. To the retired greats, Floyd Mayweather's lust for exhibition dollars continues. The undefeated Hall of Famer is headed back to Japan, this time to face MMA superstar Mikuru Asakura. The first time he went to Japan was in 2018. Mayweather boxed Tenshin Nasukawa and scored a TKO in the first round against the hopelessly undersized and outclassed kickboxer. Why anyone thinks an MMA fighter will have a better chance than a career striker is anyone's guess. But the Japanese fighter is keen, and Mayweather doesn't seem to care.
And my legacy is already engraved in stone, like I said before, but it's still great just to go around the world and entertain people from all walks of life. I'm pretty sure he's gonna come out and give his best, like any and every guy. But I just seen every style. So my job is just to go out there and be me, have fun, and do what I do best.
And in record-setting news, Mexico City has broken the Guinness record for the largest ever boxing class. 14,299 people gathered to follow a mass boxing class in the city's main square, all dressed in the red, white, and green colors of the national flag. In doing so, these thousands of boxing lovers broke the previous record set in Moscow in 2017. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.